Hello and welcome to JL Season 18B Round 4 at Niagara Falls for the United States J-Prix. We've got a full grid here. We've got Kaczynski starting a little bit late on the qualifying. We've got 3 laps of qualifying ahead of us here. A full grid, like I said before. A long-ass connection check race. Everyone is raring to go. Everyone is raring to get started, to start driving. And especially some people might be under a threat here of having to leave if we don't get on with it. So here we go, 3 laps ahead of us. In terms of a time trial, the fastest time that's been hit on this track was by, of course, the world champion Figo, and it was a 27.75 that I've seen. I don't think we're going to have very close times to that in JL. I think it's going to be maybe approaching the low 28s, and currently it's Kaczynski on that provisional pole of a 28.30, and then Fede on the front row provisionally is 3/10 behind, so is that sort of approaching low 28s, not guaranteed low 28s. You can see Gail Pratt, for example, at the back of the grid has a 30.37 right now. Oh, improves 29.37. Now that's VCS on the back of the grid. We've got Majumdar, the AL race winner, improving up to the front row with a 28.33. Then it's Kata and Mika behind with 28.5s. Kata finishing third in the AL race behind the winner Majumdar and the AL debutant State of the Heart, who is not joining us in JL today because of how full this grid is. And let's see, will it be pole for Kaczynski? It looks like it, but Kaczynski of that first lap, that 28.30, holds on to it, and he will get that pole position for Kenzer. Following him is Majumdar for Zipex, 28.33. Then we have Mika from Carpathians in third with a .4 in the end. Fede for Cosport in P4. 4 different teams in the top 4, but then Kata for Kenzer in P5 makes a double Kenzer top 5 in the quali. Then we have Go14 for Rekar. We've got Jackals for Archon. We've got Mafagil for Cosport. Lexus for Carpathians. Peto for Solaris. That's our top 10. Solaris going to fold at the end of the season, in fact, so they've got 2 emergency reserves in Peto and Skibidi today. Or Skibidi going under Big P. He qualified 13th ahead of him. Carlitos in 11th, Trixie in 12th, Ricky Boy in 14th, Sunday Driver in 15th, Axis in 16th, Gail Pratt in 17th, and VZS in 18th. Bad quali for both Elysian Stride and Sparta Racing. But that is our grid, and we'll see you in just a bit for 28 laps for the JL race today and rain. So let's get right into it. Here we go. What will be the strategies? You could theoretically pull off a one-stopper here, and it looks like we've got a really mixed... Oh, Kata's starting on the inters. What has happened there? What? Well, yeah, that is an unfortunate strategy fuck up, but we move on. Kaczynski, Majumdar, we've got Yekels up to the podium position already, in the chaos that we've had over here. Kata on the inters as well. I think she's staying out on them. Is this a bug? Are you guys seeing a different tire than I'm seeing? Because it doesn't. And the clouds are coming, you know. This might actually be like a 5-head move. Well, now she's killed Lexus, so maybe a bit of a... Yeah, okay, that's nice. Letting Lexus through, Mafagil also going through. It's the soft runners, other than Carlitos, that have ran away in front. And now it's Sunny coming soon. I don't think Enders were the right choice here, but her teammate Kaczynski is holding up the lead quite well. We got Yekels. Oh, I don't know if it was a trailer shenanigan or just a mistake from Yekels there. But he does go wide into grass as a result of that. And Majumdar and Go14 go past him, and we got Fede in 5th. And yeah, it's this pack of soft runners. Then we got Lexus and Mafagil on the hards. I'm going to have to go up in the... on my phone to check stuff. Yeah, Matty saying she is on inters. It's not just me. That was Unfortunate strategy error. See now, yeah, Kata has pitted onto hard tires, and we'll have to see how that comeback race goes on. It's a complete massive Kenzer sandwich right now, P1 and P18 as a result of that. Go14 has somewhat separated himself from Yekos and Majumdar. Great running for Ricker Supernova so far. He's rushing because he's going to have lunch soon, so he has to finish this race as quickly as possible so that he can finish it in the first place. And we got Fede joining Yekos and Majumdar, in fact overtaking them both. And I drove with Fede yesterday. He has some solid pace here. He has some, more importantly, he's got very solid consistency around this track, and his connection looks a lot better than yesterday. So he could... potentially, he would be my bet for trying to catch Kaczynski if he wanted to aim for that. He'd be... Oh, I think I saw Jekyll's teleport there. Didn't kill anyone, but that's something to note. Free teleports and you're asked to DNF is the usual policy. Lexus now, as the softs are wearing off, he's and also just shenanigans ahead. He is... starting to catch a bit. He's also expertly separated himself from the people behind. He's much closer to this pack of initial soft runners than to anyone behind. And then we've got Skibidi, we got Mafagil, Mika to Mika fighting here behind him. And then we've got Sunday Driver, Trixie, Peto, Ricky Boy. It goes deep into the grass. VZS, then Kata slowly making up positions, already up to 15th. Then we've got Carlitros, Axis, and Galeprad. That is our current lineup. Who has teleported? It was Yekos I saw teleporting once. And yeah, he's struggling on those softs. I think it's time to pit. He pits, Fede pits, so do Go14 and Kaczynski. Majumdar staying out an extra lap. Maybe hoping for some rain, but it's sunny, which is a smaller chance of it turning to rain than if it was cloudy. That's something very useful for any JL driver watching this in the future to note. And then we've got Lexus behind. Look on those hard tires, already catching up to Majumdar by quite a bit here. And Majumdar finally has to pit. Not the best pit entry, but it's a very, very tricky pit. Oh, Fede's gone. Fede is gone. He's left of his own accord. I don't know what happened, other than the fact that he left of his own accord. Well, that's something. He's our first DNF of the race. He was looking so good. Maybe he got killed, but still, I feel even if he got killed, he was in a good enough position for him to continue. Lexus is leading right now, and leading by quite a solid gap here. However, Kaczynski, the first one to pit onto fresh tires, is closing that gap as quickly as he can. Fede holds the fastest lap currently. Will anyone be able to beat that 28.40? I think it would be very tricky here. Mika looking for a move. Oh, and Go14 has to go as well. So that's two people we initially had in the top 5 running, and they've both had to DNF. And Skibidi is into the pits now. And it's looking a lot better right now for the Carpathians Peaks on this one-stop strategy. I mean, Kaczynski is catching Lexus, but they are still looking to be in a very solid strategic position here. And then you've got Sunday Driver with the same strategy, and we've got Yekos and Majumdar trying to make their way past them down here through the chicane. And oh my god, it's that a bit of a rocket, I think, between Sunday Driver and Majumdar there, judging by how much time they gain on Yekos. As here, Kaczynski, Lexus, we're fighting a bit for position. Lexus has backed off. He knows he doesn't have the tires to really force that battle to go on for any longer. What is happening lower down the grid? Ricky Boy in 7th. It's been a solid race for him so far, I think, because he qualified much lower. Mafagil, oh my god. Mafagil went wide. Kata didn't leave the space, and very deep into the grass for Mafagil there. Lexus still holding on to about a second behind Kaczynski. You can start to see those hards dropping off, but it's his pit window approaching now. As Kaczynski runs away into the distance, Lexus enters the pits, and so does Mika Tamika, promoting Majumdar up into second and Yekels up into third. And Lexus comes out in fourth. Then we're going to have Skibidi in fifth. We got Kata. Amazing recovery. She's back up into sixth already. But of course, on more worn out tires, I think looking to try and slipstream Skibidi, yes, with that S short code, looking to try and take advantage of that to extend on, but maybe finish on the mediums, maybe even finish on the softs. We got Mika Tamika in 7th. We got this chaos going on here. Sunday Driver, Peto, Ricky Boy, all on fresh tires. The Spartans and the Elysian Strides and the Solaris fighting. Yeah, that's Spartans oh well, now it's followed by Elysian Stride, then Solaris, then oh my god, did you see that between Trixie and VZS? Well, oh, and VZS drives deep into grass. Oh, and VZS drives into the wall. Oh, and VZS stops on the fucking line. Oh, and he gets bounced back. And he's still not even DNF'd. He's a danger. He's a danger right now. You're being a danger. Brother must have stepped away from his keyboard. It's not. That is not where you want to be if you've DNF. Heart attack. Oh, Majumdar into the pits. Thank you, Yoa, for keeping me on track. The clouds. Okay, thank you. Okay. Shut up, man. You're not allowed to chat. Kaczynski in the race lead currently by 7.6 seconds. It's fair to say he has ran this race perfectly so far, and he's only extending that gap over Yekels. He's got the best pace, he had the pole, and he's looking for a dominant Kenzer race win here. But then we've got Yekels on the worn out mediums. Will have to pit soon again as well, and he does pit already. That promotes Lexus up into second. Lexus does not have to pit anymore. Kaczynski will. Lexus does not, but that is 8.8 seconds. That is going to be very difficult to judge. Mika Tamika behind Lexus, about 3 seconds behind. The Carpathians Peaks have really just beautiful strategy and have really ran it well here. I think they weren't in that lead top 5 in the first place, and then 2 of those people DNF'd. And now they're fighting for a double podium here, which is good for their fight against Kenzer. Kaczynski exits out onto the softs. He's just in front of Lexus. Lexus has got the slipstream, but he's losing it a bit here. Kaczynski's got a massive tire advantage. Then we've got Majumdar on the fresh mediums, and then we had Skibidi before, but he's pitted now. We got Yekels on the fresh soft, so you can see I don't think he's practiced too much on this track. He has mentioned that he struggled on this track to find more time. Oh, Mika must have made a few gross errors, because here comes Majumdar to overtake him for third position, and now that double podium of Carpathians Peak is looking to be in danger. And we got Yekels in P5, also in that pack we got Skibidi in P6, a bit separated, and then we got Ricky Boy, Sunday Driver, Kata just getting murdered a little bit there. It's been a solid recovery drive. Now this final softs then is where it really needs to count. Needs to get past Ricky Boy, needs to get past Sunday Driver. They are on slower tires, and they've got slower pace, and they're also slower to being nice to other drivers, as Kata with a little revenge there. I personally think that was justified. And we've got light rain. Kaczynski will enter the pits. Lexus will enter the pits as well. We're not seeing any opposite. We're not seeing any opposite strategy. We're seeing Majumdar with an opposite strategy. That's what you like to see. Majumdar taking the risk. So is Yekos. We saw Mika to Mika pit as well. Both the Carpathians peak. They don't even bother with alternative strategies. VZS is still fucking yapping. Shut up. And it is a fake rain. But will Majumdar's tires survive it? I think they might. It's a sunny. I think I saw a sunny announcement. But Kaczynski on those enters has got the grip advantage. He will have to pit. The track is about to dry out. Majumdar, his mediums are fairly worn, and the rain is gone. It's sunny. There's less than 4 laps to go. Kaczynski, he's going to be fuming. He's had a perfect race. He has a perfect pace, and it's just that he decided to play it safe. Decided not to even risk staying out for a single lap on those softs when the light rain got announced, and that is what has ultimately decided the victory to be stripped and taken away from Kaczynski. But the clouds are coming back. Would it be enough for Kaczynski if the rain were to come back in the final laps? That would be an absolute double blinder there, a double fake rain, as Yekos is measuring his opponent right now, looking for an opportunity, looking for an opening, looking for a move, takes it down the inside, maybe goes a little wide, not sure, but Yekos holding down P2, Kaczynski fighting with them, Majumdar running away, less than 2 laps to go. This weather marker is moving so slowly, but the rain is coming back, and in the end, the dreams of a complete shift in the race have dissipated just like that, or have they? Has Yekos kept Kaczynski at bay enough? Look at the gap Majumdar has as the rain is about to hit. Those are worn softs, those are worn mediums, those are fresh intermediate tires. This is the final lap. Yekos out into the wall, he's down into P3. Lexus is chasing. Mika's got Kata into P5. Kaczynski on the back of Majumdar goes down the inside. Majumdar flies off, and Kaczynski crossing the final turns. He trusted in himself till the end, and I'm sorry for my comments because he wins. Lexus P2. Majumdar holds on to the podium. Yekos P4. Mika P5. Kata crossing the line in P6. P7 for Skibidi on the enters. P8. Look at the strategy, the change in strategy. It's Ricky Boy and Sunday Driver who overtake Mafagil on the final turns. Ricky Boy P8, Sunday Driver P9. The two were inseparable and they're not even teammates. Mafagil, Axis, Peto, Trixie, and next up it would be Carlitos on the enters, finishing P14. Peto also asking for some polite respect to those chatting in the race. There will be sanctions against that. Gail Pratt classified P15, and then we've got 3 DNFs, Go14 and Fede. Both, I think they both had to go. VZS must have been some issue with Saudi Arabian Wi-Fi, as he said. But wow! And also, I noticed at the end there, Mafagil stopped a single time. So, congratulations to him for pulling off a true one-stopper. Holy, Kaczynski, that rain at the end saved him. I doubted that going on to the inters is the right move, but in the end, it was the right move for him. Lexus as well did not do the opposite. Kaczynski decided to do the exact same, and it helped him as well. It helped him to P2 at least, and I think Kenzer might have gotten a little edge in the points vote. P1 and P6 I think does beat P2 and P5, but don't quote me on that, might not be correct. Majumdar with that podium is looking at one point like the rain gods themselves were going to grant him an incredible victory, but it wasn't meant to be. Same for Yekos, down from P2 to P4, but he does also take a consolation point in the form of a fastest lap, and Kata with a comeback race to P6. Skibidi solid race up to P7. Ricky P8, Sunday Driver P9, and Mafagil P10. Is that all 9 team? No Rick or Supernova in the top 10, unfortunately. And other than that, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 of the 9 teams finishing in the top 10, at least having one car in the top 10. Not sure if they're the interview kind. I mean, we don't have Kaczynski in the VC, we don't have Lexus, we don't have Majumdar, we don't have Yekos, which brings up to number 5. Mika, if you'd like to maybe chat about your race, give us your thought.
Yeah, sure. I got absolutely murdered in the first lap, and then I was sort of making it back throughout the race. It was overall a positive thing, like throughout the race. Like I don't think I really drove terribly, so overall, I'm not like too upset with how it ended up. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, solid points for Carpathian Peak. Very, very chaotic ending. So solid to still challenge Kenzer in terms of points gained there. Next up, and I think this is the only other person in VC. Text interview from Kata. If you'd like to talk about your race, of course, strategic. Yeah, I wanted to put the tires in the last moment to surprise with hards, but I found the wet. But well, good recovery. Yeah, I think it would have been a better result if that hadn't happened. But still, such a solid recovery drive to P6. I think I've lost the lead by 8 points to Lexus. Well, it'll all be down to the wire in the final round then. And final statement. So I'll need to cook spa like wild. That is very accurate, I think. And yeah, that was the Niagara race, the United States J-Prix. Oh my goodness, what an ending! Chaotic. But Kaczynski delivers the Kenzer victory. 3 different teams on the podium, 8 different teams in the top 10, and we'll see you all for the season finale at Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian J-Prix. We'll see you next week for that. Goodbye.